in him. He's got a passion for football, so I kind of trust him when he says money's not the be all and end all to him. If he is, he does appear to be genuinely enjoying himself at Celtic, and I hope he is, and I hope that continues, and I hope that when he's saying, he believes he can win things at Celtic, that's more important to him than earning possibly 3-4 times the salary or more that he could be earning at Celtic. He'd still be on bloody good money, let's not forget that. So I would hope we don't have to go down the route of paying 5 million for him. I hope we could get him on a pre-contract agreement. I think it would. I cannot see Man City bringing him back and putting him in there. The only way they would bring him back there is to put him in their team, and I can't see them doing that. There's no way they would play John Guidetti ahead of any of their strikers that they've currently got there. Man City wouldn't. Man City, the ownership of Man City just wouldn't. It wouldn't be their style. They will always, and you could say the same for Jason Denayer. However well Denayer develops at us, I can't see that guy ever really playing for Man City, because Man City are now a team that will just go out and buy the best in Europe or across the world for whatever position they feel they need to fill. What's happened to the sound there, guys? Right. That's better. Right. So that's what will happen, and that's why I'm hopeful again that somebody like Denayer, I would love to think that we might be able to hang on to him for a little bit longer as well. But he might be the type of guy that has his head turned elsewhere. Guidetti, on the other hand, I think he is enjoying the cult status he's building up at Celtic already, and I would love to think we could hang on to him.
Well, look, one of my thoughts on Guidetti is that there's a couple of things. One, if he comes, look, I suppose we've got a choice. We can either go and pay some money to Man City right now and tie him up, but I can see his agent going, why are we doing that when realistically we get 2 months' time and you can start talking to people and doing deals, with anybody you want. So if I was his agent, I'd be going, keep your mouth shut right now. The only issue you've got is if something happens with a broken leg type thing, but I'd be holding on. So I don't see the point of doing that. One, if Man City are asking, and realistically every day gets closer to 1st of January, that money plummets. But say we go and talk to them now and they want 3 mil, well, does he want a 3 mil signing on fee, or does he want a 1.5 mil, or an extra year for 2 years or whatever? That's what I'd be doing. I'd be having a chat to him now and seeing. Now, obviously, you've got the risk of he's then on the open market sort of thing. Yeah. I'd be trying to sign him up on that. And also for us, I think it's worth pushing the boat out a little bit. So if he comes to us, we sign him with success, and then 2 years' time he gets another big move to an English club and does well, what's going to help us attract guys on loan, because it is, listen, you come on loan, you become a cult status, you get yourself a new contract with us, and then you parachute into a club down south and make some more money. I think it's a lot of benefits in that for us. So that's what I'd be hanging off. But look, I'd be chatting to him now, and maybe he's saying, I want to do a deal right now. I want security. I can't see it happening, but I want security. And then you maybe need to talk to Man City. I heard on one of the other podcasts they were saying, we'll just spend the 3 million and get him now. Yeah. If I was his agent, I'd be saying, I tell you what, rather than give Man City 3 million now, give we 1.5 million at Christmas and we've got ourselves a deal.
That's the way I'd be doing it if I were him. He's obviously playing his cards a bit close to his chest. He's saying the right things. I'll be honest, I reckon a couple of weeks ago I would never have dreamt to him staying at Celtic. And there's good sort of vibes obviously coming out from the things that you read in the press, but I'd still be taking that with a little bit of a pinch of salt. So until he's actually signed and sealed, I wouldn't be sort of trusting any of that. It's just because like these young guys that they're if they've got a good manager, a good sort of agent behind them, they're manipulating the system as well. So he'll say the right things while he's here, and then there'll be the little problem with the contract. You know what I mean? So
and he'll be a bit sick. The amount of boys that get homesick, it's funny how and the contract goes up in their home nation or somewhere else a bit warm or something suddenly, but aye.
Yep. So I guess I hope it's I'm just looking at it the wrong way, but I hope he does sign, because look, he's the iconic figure we've kind of wanted for a long time. Somebody that will bring fans in, somebody you actually want to go and see. And I like that sort of cockiness, and I like that before he even signed for us. When you watch some of the YouTube videos and all that sort of stuff, when he did, with Feyenoord and in game, whatever sort of spell he played, I kind of like that. I like that sort of, because, and I've said this even on this show several times. You spend big money on somebody who's going to score your goals, and big money on somebody who's going to save your goals. The other ones you can fill in with whomever. Scoring goals is the hardest thing you can do on a football park, and if you've got somebody who has a natural instinct to do it, then Christ, you get them signed up as quickly as humanly possible.
Yeah.
If the guy's saying the right things and he's behind the scenes and Celtic are confident they can get him, then obviously you can manipulate the system. They can sign him a pre-contract in January, with, as Martin said, which is exactly the way I'd be looking at it if I were his manager. Don't spend $3 million in Man City, in January and have him permanently. Give us $2 million.
Yeah.
Give us a £2 million signing on fee. Celtic get their man. He gets his big wage, his pay packet.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy. You know what I mean? But I would reckon what he'd be doing though, his agent would be building in some sort of release clause for a certain value. If a club comes in and offers $9 million, then you automatically he's allowed to talk to that club. That's, if I were his agent, that's what I'd be doing. Because if he does hit the ground running, and for the next 18 months, and he scores, a goal maybe 2 goals every 3 games.
Let's just say if he's a 20-odd goal a season striker, guaranteed, then you can command some hefty fee for that.
Yep, and he's 20. I think he's 23. So he's got another potential big move, ahead of him. So
easily.
And I mean, there's a whole thing about sort of Scandinavian players, settling in Scotland and stuff like that. And they seem to sort of adapt and all that sort of thing much better, and that really helps. I mean, the fact that he's seen the big club, and obviously he would love to be playing in the English Premier League, because most non-Scottish players or non-Celtic supporting players would want to do that. The good thing is that we've given him a platform. He does well, he'll get that big move. Not necessarily to them. It could be could be anywhere. It could be Italy or wherever. Because guys who score goals are in demand all over the world.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter. If you're knocking 30 goals in Scotland, that'll get you noticed. So, and the fact that he's even on the fringes of the Swedish team as well now.
Exactly.
So if that all happens, everything's kind of falling into place for him. So fingers crossed. I'll be honest with you, my gut feel at the moment is he probably won't. I think he's just manipulating the system really well at the moment, but I could well be wrong. So it's one of, maybe that's again looking at it in a negative way, but I just think guys like Guidetti ultimately don't want to play in the Scottish League. They see themselves as above that. So, but I hope I'm wrong.
I hope you are too, Pat. But time will tell, of course. Right, guys, going to start wrapping it up now. But before I do that, I would like to say that on Sunday, this coming Sunday, it's quite a big weekend for Celtic fans in WA, because our good friends and I like to look at them as our big brothers up in Perth, the Perth CSC. They are coming down to join us in Friar Tuck's on Sunday afternoon for a little Perth CSC / Mandurah CSC little social do. So it's kicking off round about, well, I guess it'll be about 2ish or so when the Perth CSC arrive. They're bringing down, it's a 50-seater bus and they've filled the bloody thing.
Jesus.
Aye, it's unbelievable. So they're going to be coming down, and we'll have some Celtic tunes on initially for the arrival, and we'll have a wee bit of food. There'll be food there in Friar Tuck's. They do a great Sunday roast for $15 in Friar Tuck's on a Sunday. It's brilliant. You get your roast beef or your roast lamb, or roast pork as well. I think it's the other ones. You get your choice. But anyway, we'll have some of that, and then we've got Alan Woods, who is the guy that usually does the music on a Saturday in Friar Tuck's. He plays Irish music, a bit of rebel stuff, and he'll have a few Celtic songs as well, hopefully for us. So he'll be entertaining us during the afternoon. And then Michael Shadlow, El Vice Presidente, Shaggy, he's going to be doing one of his famous quizzes for us as well a little bit later on. And I think we'll have a wee prize for whoever's going to potentially win that little quiz. So we're cramming a lot in. Now, the game is actually on Setanta, the Aberdeen Celtic match as well, which ties in really well. But part of what Perth CSC are wanting to do is they won't stay down at Friar Tuck's and Mandurah with us. They'll leave to go back up to Rosie O'Grady's to watch the game for a couple of reasons. One, because it'll feel as if they're actually travelling to a game. If you can just imagine when you're over here, and it's going to be a nice warm day over here on Sunday as well. It's going to be about 30 degrees, but they'll be going up the Quirana Freeway. It's about an hour's drive up there from Mandurah, or an hour and a half maybe from Friar Tuck's. But they'll have some laugh on there. They'll be all full of the drink and having a good sing song on the way up in the bus, and they'll watch the game in Rosie's, and the remainder of the Mandurah CSC that stay behind, if we're still going by this time, bearing in mind it'll be an 8 o'clock kick-off, and we'll have been going since, well, I'll probably be down there from about 1 o'clock onwards to sort some things out. But so it's going to be a long day, but it's hopefully going to be a really good day, and we'll build some more friendships with our good friends and, as I said, big brothers up in Perth, the Perth CSC. It's a great initiative, and it's something that I know I'd mentioned in the past and I'd put onto the Perth CSC's website, but Andy Gordon is now back in as the Perth CSC president, and Andy's with the support of his committee and the members up there really trying to make a few things happen and do more of these kind of social events, and it'd certainly be our intention to repay the favour later on in the season. One of our members actually earlier in the week had mentioned that we might actually speak to the Perth CSC about going up there for the Sefco game at the end of January or beginning of February as well. So, but we'll need to have I'm sure we'll chat about that on Sunday. But so that's what's happening in good old Mandurah town on Sunday. It's going to be quite a little a mini Celtic fest. It won't quite be huddled down under proportions, Pat, but it'll be good fun, that's for sure. And hopefully it's the start of a little annual event that we can do with our friends in the Perth CSC. So yeah, if anybody is in the area, it's at Friar Tuck's and Wannon. It is going to be quite out, right enough. So if you are thinking and going, or you're listening to this, or you know of anybody in the area, put them in touch with me first of all, so I can make sure that they can be fitted in, I suppose. But yeah, we're really looking forward to that on Sunday. It should be really good crack. So shout out to everybody back in the Erngel Brass CSC in Coatbridge as well. And that's about my little roundup, guys. Martin, have you got anything you'd like to say just now?
Oh, nothing major. Boys, just MD that knows me back in Scotland, a big hello to, but that'd just be about it.
Good show. Patrick?
Well, Kev, I know you're trying to wrap things up, but you kind of indicated as a little subject matter that we didn't cover, and it is the elephant in the room, Kev.
Sefco?
It is the obvious one. We've got to talk about it.
Oh, I'm ready for going. I was going to leave that for the next one.
No, 5 minutes. We've got to talk.
Wait, there's no way we can talk about that for 5 minutes.
Like,
honestly,
well, all of it. Okay, just let's summarise.
On you go then.
Are you looking forward to the Sevco game? Because from reading sort of things online and in various podcasts and stuff, it's almost this thing about there's a bit of a not so much division, but there's certainly an element of the support that just don't want anything to do with them, don't want to play them and stuff like that, and refuse to get tickets and don't acknowledge who they are and stuff like that. But I was thinking of this today, and it was and I kind of get that whole thing, but from an overseas supporters club, depending on when the kickoff is, obviously I still haven't seen an official time of when it's meant to be, but especially if it's like a Saturday night and stuff like. It's just one of those nights it could just turn into an absolute cracker. You know what I mean? And again, it's for overseas supporters clubs, and again, I'll probably be shot down by some people for this, but we miss it to a certain extent. You miss meeting up with